This is NextGenWeb.org, continuing its coverage from the National Academy of Sciences, where the Progress and Freedom Foundation just concluded a panel on broadband and data collection, and we are very fortunate to be joined right now by Laura Taylor, who is the Vice President for Research with ConnectKentucky. And Laura, we really appreciate your time today.
Thanks, no problem.
Well, Laura, ConnectKentucky is certainly the talk of the town here in D.C. about its success and its deliverance of broadband to residents in Kentucky. Why has it been so successful?
Well, it's really unique, the model in and of itself, in that it works both supply and demand simultaneously, and it's a very localized effort. It's very bottom up, and while it's comprehensive in nature in that it targets every community across the state, it works to identify the needs of each specific community and then find targeted and localized solutions for those communities, from both a broadband mapping standpoint as well as which drives supply, as well as a demand standpoint, which drives local demand and consumer demand and business demand, which then in turn drives supply.
And finally, you mentioned the way that you outreach to the healthcare communities and education communities, really on the front end when you talk about deploying broadband and making sure that those community leaders are involved. Could you elaborate a little more on that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. The local community planning process, again, is key to our effort, and it encompasses at least nine different sectors of the community. So we work to identify those local leaders within those sectors and then work with them within each sector and across sectors to both benchmark how they currently use technology and then talk to them about ways that they could be using technology 2 years from now. And then we walk them through a process of gap identification to identify applications that they can create to target the local needs for that community, to identify investments that they can make smart, cost-effective investments across sectors, and then really to drive, again, the demand at the consumer and the business level. What we found is that in many cases these communities, they know they want service, and they know they want to use technology more efficiently, but they just haven't worked together and all come to the same table to identify exactly how that process will work. So that's kind of what we help facilitate for those communities.
Well, we thank you for your time and your perspective today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is NextGenWeb.org, continuing its coverage from the National Academy of Sciences in Washington.